There was a newspaper advertisement. My friend urged me to apply. We went through a vigorous session of interviews and then shortlisted.
For the longest time, I wanted to apply Fulbright, but every time I wanted to put in my application, I was given certain responsibility that it was quite difficult for me to be away from the opportunity.
I had the dream of going to the US to study economics actually, but for various reasons that didn't pan out. But the US was always something that was very fascinating to me. It's a big country, it's a very diverse country.
So I actually completed the application and I came in personally to the office to submit it on the very last day.
I chose Washington, D.C. deliberately because it is the hub of politics, academia.
Why a dream come true? Because my dream to understand science, to understand nature. I want to not only to learn what is known already, but to be part of the discovery process.
I think adapting to the culture and all wasn't so hard. I think the people there are really nice.
I felt more Malaysian when I was in the United States because I felt like I had the responsibility to carry the name. And I was the ambassador of Malaysia at that moment.
When we go overseas, we represent the country. We have to explain the location, the geography of Malaysia, the culture of Malaysia. But once they understand us, I think they are very eager to visit Malaysia.
The whole program, 10 months, you cannot meet my wife and my son and my daughter were not able to join me. So I miss them.
I had to leave 4 kids, okay? My eldest at that time, she was 10. My second was 8, my third one was 7, and the youngest was barely 1 year old.
I think my experience in the US taught me that you had to be confident to speak and express your views in ways that would be able to convince others to see things the way you do.
So I want to know how the top people, whether at Oxford, London, and MIT, Harvard, discover things.
With the program and in the university that I was in, they took a very special interest in what I was doing. If I give you an example, like if I were to hand in a 1,000-word paper, the feedback would be equivalent, 1,000 words as well. So they really take the time to really understand who you are, what do you want to do. I really found that the entire learning experience was very fruitful for me.
It is a profound experience. You know, it is a journey of professionalism and also a journey discovering yourself. And of course, as always, we have been saying, it's a leadership experience. You know.
All the IEPs, we stayed at International House. This house accommodates all the people around the world. I mean, like, it's nice to have, you know, something like this.
And then you think about how can you improve some things in Malaysia that can be akin to the US so that we have standards.
Sharing, learning, as well as connecting and networking. Feel free about designing your own way to benefit from the Fulbright.
Eventually, I got into Oxford, which I don't think it would be possible without me going to the program because it literally opened up my mind.
I actually brought back a lot of valuable first-hand information that probably I wouldn't have got it if I would have been still in Malaysia.
It took that travel to convince me that my place is right here in Malaysia.
When you go to this Fulbright program, you get to know your counterparts from US, like their world, their culture, and Fulbrighters from all over the world. Russia, Brazil, Japan, Korea, Philippines, Australia, about 120-something participants.
And I think the biggest impact for me, I was made an adjunct professor at Yale. And I think that really helps not only for myself, you know, it's an achievement, but also the opportunity to share some of the knowledge that I've gotten.
It allows people to grow sideways, upwards, and everywards, you know, so to speak, flower, macam all the petals can open at the same time.
The Fulbright program was founded in 1946. MACEE has operated in existence since January 28th of 1963. Over the last 60 years of our existence, MACEE has facilitated the grants of over 1,000 Malaysians to the United States, as well as bringing in over 2,000 Americans to Malaysia, all in the effort to grow and build what we call educational diplomacy. When we look at Fulbright Malaysia applicants, whether they be American or Malaysian, the first question we ask ourselves is, would this be a transformational experience for the individual? Each of us who have had the experience of going to another country know that the day we come back to our home country, we have been changed forever. MACEE wants to be a part of that experience for many people to come. My name is Curtis Johnson. I'm the Executive Director of the Malaysian-American Commission on Educational Exchange.